I was just in touch this morning with a gold dealer who had talked with the United States Mint. He literally was on the phone with them this morning. They said, we can't get any more silver for another 30 days. They said gold supply is dwindling. They said
Ted Anderson's in that business. He's having trouble getting gold, and the silver's gone, except for dimes. Thank you for the call, John. Rusty in Arkansas, you're on the air.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I remember back on the first, Alex, it was like the Friday after Lindsey first came on, that you had mentioned, I believe Bob Chapman was on with you, and you had stated that you'd believe maybe that possibly that the contact that Lindsey had might have given him some disinformation.
Well, no, I just said, like I said earlier, the globalists, you never know what they're going to do. This could be a curveball,
right.
and so that's what I was saying.
I just wanted to say that you had mentioned there, too, Bob, I believe, said that it would normally take about 1 to 2 years to get a refinery up and going over there to introduce them.
That's what we said, yeah.
Yeah. Is that actually the case, Lindsey, or would they already have something in place, or what do you see about that?
One of the first things that came to my mind after I talked with this man 8 weeks ago was he is trying to literally make me look like a fool. He is trying to totally discredit everything I've done for the past 35 years. And even Dr. Stan said, Lindsey, don't you think he might be wanting to do that to you? And all of us thought that until Fox News on July the 24th announced this huge oil find north of Russia.
Gotta jump. Thank you, Rusty. Cody in Arizona, you're on the air with him. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, you got some great guests on lately. Hey, I got a question for each of you. First of all, I was in the Coast Guard on September 11th. The next day, you'd mentioned quite a few times that the FBI had been out there spreading disinfo, and on that day, because of my position, I was handed probably about a stack of 20 pages of Middle Eastern men and women's names, and it just seems to me that it should have been in a marked envelope, either classified, secret. So my question for you is, do you believe that should have been marked? And,
I've talked to a lot of troops that I know who, on the morning of 9/11, including Corey Rowe, this happened to him because he'd already joined. They brought him in before the attacks happened, had him sit down, then walked in and turned the TV on right as it happened and said, "We're going to war." And I mean, so that's how they were programming people. Your comments on that, Lindsey?
Yeah, everything that you've said about 9/11 is true, Alex.
And that gives you an idea how reckless this New World Order crowd is. Anything else, Cody?
Yeah, just...
All right, I'm going to jam you in, Cody and Jennifer. Sorry to Jeremy. I'll have time for 2 more calls, and Lindsey Williams on the other side. My new film, well, I produced it. Burmis directed it, is coming out in a few weeks. The trailer is on Infowars.com. It's Fabled Enemies. We're going to take 2 final calls, let Cody and then finish up, and then Jennifer briefly. I want to thank our guest for joining us. Before we go back to him, you need to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that this broadcast is made possible by our sponsors. And one of them is eFoods Direct, efoodsdirect.com. It's the J. Michael Stevens Group, the longest continually operating storable foods company in the nation. You can simply go to Infowars.com, top banners, and get storable food or get a free audio CD about their company. Find out about how it's GMO-free, clean, healthy, freeze-dried food. Wonderful folks. Give them a call. Get the free CD as well. 1-800-409-5633. 1-800-409-5633. We keep telling you, the world is going into turmoil. This is an important insurance policy to have. This is where I get my storable food. 1-800-409-5633. And also, there's another great sponsor we have, EcoloBlue.com, ECOLO Blue.com, or a big banner halfway down on Infowars.com. It's an atmospheric water generator for home. Pays for itself in less than a year. If you buy water from the store, pure clean water without the fluoride, ultimate water from the humidity in the air. It does 28 liters of water in 24 hours or 7.5 gallons. Even in the desert, it gets quite a few gallons. And it comes out in a year to 12 cents a gallon, and it's a very good system. 1-866-585-4044, 1-866-585-4044, or EcoloBlue.com. Check them out today. And yes, Fabled Enemies will be out September 1st on PrisonPlanet.tv, and by the end of the week, you'll be able to pre-order it on DVD. That means your order will go out first. maybe even a few days before September 1st. We have a way of sneaking the DVDs out early for people that order first. That's just a few weeks away. Fabled Enemies. The trailer is up on Infowars.com right now. It'll be up by the end of the day on PrisonPlanet.tv for a members version and super high quality. But I just want to put it out for everybody in members quality so they get a view of what it looks like. Okay, very quickly, Cody in Arizona, Coast Guard, go ahead and finish your point.
Lindsey, I just have some friends that moved up to Wyoming to work in the oil fields, and I'm curious if you're aware of any foreign interests up in that area, Russian or any other countries that might be involved.
Russia would not need to have an interest in it at all because they have just discovered in the northern part of Russia this huge oil field that has such major amounts, and it's almost unbelievable.
And see, none of that affects Americans.
Interest there at all.
None of this affects the U.S. If they allow more oil out of Alaska, it's just going to be given to Asia. We are known as the dumb cows. We are known as the people to be abused. Okay, so we don't get any of our oil anyways. Very little of it. Thank you, Cody. Jennifer in Tennessee, last caller.
Are you there?
Yes, I am, Jennifer.
Okay, I have a question for Lindsey. Last time you were on Alex's show, you had mentioned that you thought by the end of the summer that gas would go up $1 a gallon before it reached $50 a barrel. But since you were on...
I don't believe you. I don't remember him saying that. I think he said it was going to start dropping then.
Well, I thought I heard him say that he thought that gas would go up $1 a gallon before...
Lindsey, did you say that?
If the individual that talked with me 8 weeks ago, he said that the price of gasoline will probably go up a little higher before it drops. Now, if you'd like to know everything that I was told by one of the people who knows all that's happening behind closed doors, a man that is as close to the elitist as I probably have ever known, please, I beg of you to get my analysis of what he said as well as everything he said on a DVD and a CD. Please dial this number, 800-321-2900. The title of it is The Next 12 Months. 800-321-2900.
Lindsey, we're going to have you back up later this week if you can do it. We are flat out of time. Thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you, Alex. And folks, listen to everything Alex has to say. He's giving it to you day after day. Don't miss a single broadcast.
Thank you, Lindsey Williams. God bless and take care. Rebroadcast with Michelle Chosadowski, the professor. We also had on a lot of other great folks today. Amy Allen, and, of course, that interview you just heard. At Infowars.com, retransmission is now. Infowars.com.